Today is the day of a Nintendo Direct. Can you guys believe it? We are mere hours away from finding out what's happening at Nintendo for sure over the next 3 months, if not for over the next year. This Nintendo Direct is special because it is longer than the Direct that happened at E3 2019, which is often the biggest Direct of the year. So when you see a Direct being advertised by Nintendo clocking in at 40 minutes, you know we are in for something special. Yeah, yes, Pokemon Sword and Shield and Luigi's Mansion 3 will probably each get 5 to 10 minute segments, but there's going to be a lot of other things shown off. And today we're going to talk about the rumors because I feel like while this stuff might not happen at the Direct, these are games that are being rumored as coming to Switch or announcements coming to Switch in some form, and I want to go over them all so you are well aware of what to potentially expect. Now, again, just because these are rumored doesn't mean they'll be there in the Direct, and they're rumors, so like they could just be false anyways. And if you don't want anything about the Direct spoiled, you want surprise announcements, maybe don't listen to this video. And I'm not on camera for this video for basically one specific reason. I'm literally going to be on camera all day with you guys. We have our normal prime time stream at noon, where we're going to be going over a few things, some news, a Q&A, all that stuff. That'll be a 90-minute stream. And then I'm coming back to stream that Nintendo Direct later today. We are starting a pre-show at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, heading right into the live reactions to the Nintendo Direct at 5 o'clock, and then we will have a post-show from 5:40 to 6 p.m., kind of just getting your guys' reactions for 20 minutes. So it's going to be a long day, lots of streaming today. There will be no Prime News because I feel like Prime News would be redundant today when literally it would drop and then a Nintendo Direct comes and no one's going to care. So we're going to skip Prime News today in lieu of a Nintendo Direct. It is Nintendo Direct Day. 3 pieces of content, all Nintendo Direct related. Let's go. So first off, the very first rumor we'll get into is a rather new one, but it's one that I want to mention. We talked about it yesterday on Prime News, and that is a new Smash character potentially being revealed for the DLC that in Super Smash Bros. The Fighter Pass at the Nintendo Direct. Nintendo of Europe accidentally mentioned SNK on the DLC Fighter Pass before they quickly deleted it. That's what got all this ball rolling. And then Vagabond over at GameFAQs said it would be from King of Fighters and that it would be Terry Bogard. Vagabond has been correct on other Smash character reveals in the past. So that's just something to take in mind there. And some people were figuring it might be Terry Bogard anyways. He's one of the most popular characters from King of Fighters, which is one of SNK's biggest franchises. Now, to add more fuel to this fire, Sakurai did retweet the Nintendo Direct, which every time he's done that, there's been something big Smash Bros. Wise in there. Now, remember, Banjo-Kazooie's release date could be part of this as well. But I doubt that a retweet would be just for that release date. Also, Sakurai admitted in a Famitsu column earlier this week that he enjoys playing King of Fighters, or at least he did when he was a kid. So to even mention, King of Fighters by Sakurai and Famitsu could also be a subtle tease at the unveiling coming up. All right, next up is another older rumor. Promise, there's new ones in here, but I got to get these ones out of the way, and that is Overwatch. So there was an Amazon case listing from PowerA, who is an official licensed partner with Nintendo, and the case said that it was officially licensed by Nintendo and Blizzard, which would happen if it's an Overwatch case for Nintendo Switch. More than that, though, there's actually an October 18th release, according to a retailer leak, that happened quite a while ago, and people kind of ignored the leak until recently because Plants vs. Zombies was announced for PlayStation 4 with the 100% correct release date, and that came from that piece of paper. So, on there it has Overwatch as an October 18th release, so that's something to pay attention to because if that's right, suddenly the rest of that piece of paper starts to look right as well, and that was kind of the big Switch game on that list. Now, one more old one for you guys is Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been long rumored to be coming to Switch in some form. There is a Nintendo Switch listing on their website in the code base of the Call of Duty games. So it's one of those things where Activision's maybe considering bringing it to the Switch. Maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. I think this is the weakest of connections to Switch, but it is something that could happen, so I wanted to bring it up. Now we get into some new stuff. This is pretty exciting. So Monolith Soft's president, the president of Monolith Soft, his wife, retweeted every single Nintendo Direct announcement from multiple territories. The last time she did something like this Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was unveiled. So this gives you a pretty big idea that something major is being unveiled by Monolith Soft in the upcoming Nintendo Direct. Now, what that is, we don't know. It could just be a Xenoblade Chronicles export. It could be a remastering of the original Xenoblade Chronicles. Or, heck, maybe they're going to go deep into the library pre-Nintendo and grab that Xenosaga series, maybe remaster that. Also, we do know that Monolith Soft has been working on a new IP for years. They've been hiring for years some medieval IP of some sort that they keep advertising when they're hiring people. So this could be the unveiling of Monolith Soft's major IP, and I think Monolith Soft is starting to get a reputation big enough to even be the capper game for E3, or maybe even the kickoff game for E3. I don't know why I keep saying E3. It's because this Nintendo Direct is going to be given to us even bigger than E3. So the capper for this Nintendo Direct, or the beginning, Monolith Soft is bringing something. We don't know what it is, but it's something to pay attention to, and I can understand if you're extremely hyped over whatever it is. Heck, maybe it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for all we know. It's a big mystery, but Monolith Soft is going to be present in some form. We also know, by the way, that Monolith Soft does have a big team working there on Breath of the Wild 2. So it's, you got to throw that out there. There's a possibility that maybe there's just a lot of Breath of the Wild stuff being shown, but highly doubtful. I think it's more likely that we're seeing something from the actual studio. Next up is Emily Rogers, the leak extraordinaire, who's been just killing it with all the Switch stuff over the last few years. This isn't necessarily a Nintendo Direct thing, but this is more so just a rumor, a leak she has out there. Basically, she's saying that Atlas and Nintendo have actually been really listening closely to Nintendo fans when it comes to porting over Tokyo Mirage Sessions from Wii U. So she has her personal wants and desires for what Wii U game she wants ported over. But people that are hoping to see that ported over and kind of gave up on it because it's not that popular of a game, maybe have some hope here that Tokyo Mirage Sessions could be ported. Will it be announced at this Direct? I don't know. It's not really a Direct-related thing, but it is a rumor that exists out there for a game, and I just kind of want to throw it out there because Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a fantastic game that was completely overlooked. All right, next up, we have our final rumor of the entire batch. I do have a fun fact for you guys, but Virtuous has stated that partners are approaching them to make Switch titles for beloved IPs. Now, I don't think this means there's going to be any announcements coming at the E3, because if they're just approaching them, then it's in the early stages. But this does set the table for there to be a lot of major third-party games coming to Switch that may be cut. Now, Virtuous, for those who don't know, is essentially a Switch porting machine. They are almost to the level, if not exactly at the level, of Panic Button. We all know Panic Button and the great work they've done on a copious amount of ports to Switch. Virtuous is another one of those studios that also has a large number of ports on Switch that are high quality. So to hear them, saying that, hey, look, a lot of companies are coming to us now to bring their big games from beloved IPs to Switch, that is good news for us Switch owners. Again, I don't know that we're going to hear anything in this particular Direct, but future ones, next year, 2020, I expect some big third-party announcements. Heck, some people are going to say Overwatch is a pretty big announcement, so there is that. Now, I do want to end with a fun fact about this Nintendo Direct and why we're spending an entire day basically talking nothing but Directs, including this standalone video, and that is because this Nintendo Direct announcement on Twitter has been retweeted more than any other Nintendo Direct in the history of the company, at 32,000 plus retweets. Now, the prior record was 26,000, and that was for a Nintendo Direct earlier this year in February, which even outpaced the E3 retweeting. So Nintendo Directs are getting quite the social media attention, especially on Twitter. This is going to be huge. And yes, we will be streaming that Nintendo Direct later today. Like I said, 4:30 pre-show, 5 p.m. For the real deal. Then we have a post-show. We will be streaming it right here on this YouTube channel. Or if you would like to go over to mixer.com/Nintendo Prime, we will also be streaming it over there. Heck, we might be one of the few people streaming the Direct on Mixer. So I hope you guys come by later to tune in for one of our two live streams, either our midday one or the Nintendo Direct itself. Tomorrow we will be doing kind of a big summary all the things I'm excited most about from the Direct in the morning, and then we'll get back into our regular schedule with the noon stream and then a Prime News episode. So I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are maybe wondering, hey, why suddenly are you getting a whole bunch of videos out? This is just kind of a last second thing to toss in here. I'm not allowed to do certain types of jobs right now due to my health. And one thing I still can do is YouTube. And so until I can get things sorted out, I'm just kind of fully dedicated to hitting the grindstone with YouTube. And my kids are in school right now. Literally, as I'm recording this, they're in school, which has obviously freed up a lot more time to dedicate to you guys Monday through Friday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Nathaniel Rumblejans from Nintendo Prime. Oh, man, it's good to be back. Catch you guys later at that Nintendo Direct.